It's August 25th, 2021. Here's a lot of the lavender flowers. You can see the flowers are still opening and there's gonna be a lot more to come. Also, the bees are loving the flowers. Just gonna show you how many flowers we have from this lavender plant. And the rosemary is still sending out a lot of new growths. Raspberry is still fruiting. You can see the fruits have turned red and these are ready to be harvested today. And here's just a close-up of the fruits. You can see how full each fruit is. There is quite a lot of fruit on this older cane as well. You can see these ones are also ready to be harvested. Grape is still looking sad. The leaves are still burned. Not seeing any new growth yet. A lot of flowers in this wildflower pot. Not sure what these ones are called. Need to identify it. And these blue ones over here are California bluebells. The flowers are looking great and it's still sending out a lot of new flowers. Blueberries still looks fine and you can see there's still blueberries around. Not sure I'm gonna harvest these. Probably not really worth the effort. And this is the harvest I did today for the raspberry. Quite a lot of them. They look very nice and juicy. The HOYA new growths are really taking off. You can see these two vines are getting super long. Beside that, something interesting is happening to the flower stalks. This one over here, you can see the flowers are completely gone. But the other one, surprise, surprise, new flowers are forming from this old flower stalk. Apparently, HOYA is able to flower multiple times from the same flower stalk. It's quite interesting. As for the hydrangea, it's mostly just new growth from this variety over here. And this new flowers looks pretty blue to me. And the shooting star variety also looks about the same. The new flowers are not really changing much. These flowers closer to the center are staying the same size, not getting any bigger. And here's another cluster, same thing. The mint plant dried up completely, and here you can see some new growth forming. Pitcher plant is secreting some sticky material on the back of the leaves, and here you can see some insects getting stuck on the secretion. Beside that, the new growths from the pitcher plants is getting bigger. The shield frond from this staghorn fern is still getting bigger. You can see it has completely covered the older shield frond. And this newer shield frond is also getting bigger now. It's definitely going to cover up the older shield frond as well. And here are all the orchids. The Phalaenopsis flowers are forming nicely. Here I'm seeing maybe 3 or 4 flowers forming. And over here's the lady slipper orchid. Here you can see 1 flower forming. And here's the other lady slipper orchid. I'm not sure if this is a flower, but it could be. Looks more like a leaf to me right now. Here are the mini oncidium. The flower spikes have started to branch. These flower spikes actually take a while to develop until the flowers actually develop. Here's the other mini oncidium, and you can clearly see some flower spikes forming as well. And here's another orchid, not sure about the name, but apparently it's also flowering.